All right, welcome back to another episode of the Black Bullion Show. Jeff Clark has three key financial strategies that he is exercising during this issue. What are they? Well, I'll reveal them shortly. But first, I just have to say, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. Also, please give this video a like to help get this economic evangelism out there to the masses. Helps the YouTube algorithm do that. And if you just want to get a quick synopsis of the video without having to watch the full thing, check it out in the description below. Now, let's get to it. To set the stage for this, Jeff Clark shows this graph right here about how stimulus already dwarfs great financial crisis. Now, he's showing two different crises here. He's showing the great financial crisis of 2008, and he's showing the issue that we're going through right now. The is in the green, and the 2008 crisis is in blue. Now, if you look to the left part of your screen, you'll see that within you'll see the G20's response for liquidity pumping in into the markets, and then on the right you'll see the U.S.'s response of pumping in liquidity into the markets, or I should say, just pumping it pretty much all around the world. Now, if you take a look at the green for the issue that we're in right now, within 3 months, the U.S. has almost doubled what the U.S. pumped out during the great financial crisis, almost doubled what they did in 3 years. That's what we've done already right now. And it's only going to go higher, as we know. So this sets the stage for Jeff Clark's strategies. Now, his first strategy, obviously, is stacking physical gold and silver only. Now, this is how Jeff Clark stacks gold bullion and silver bullion. He does not go for paper gold. He does not go for ETFs. He doesn't go for any of that stuff. He goes for physical gold bullion. Now, there are a bunch of reasons for that, but obviously, when it comes to insurance, one of the best things that you can do for yourself, especially if there is an unfortunate run on ETFs, for example, you know that you have your physical bullion in hand. Now, that comes with a price, which is addressed in strategy number 2 in how he stacks his bullion, which is have safe and secure storage. Now, one of the things that you have to keep in mind when you have physical bullion is to definitely keep your or the public's knowledge of your bullion extremely tight, very thin. You don't want many people to know about this. This is actually one of the reasons why I don't show my face on this channel. Many people have actually asked me that and all. Why don't you show your face? Why do I only see your hands or your body and stuff? Well, it's primarily for this reason. Now, obviously, I'm not Robert Kiyosaki. I don't have, millions of dollars worth of gold and stuff like that. But, I still am just a very, I just like to take unnecessary risk off the table if I can. And you never know who's watching these things. So that's why I just don't I don't reveal my identity, don't reveal, where I live or anything like that. So that's one, that's A. But then the second thing is also make sure you have safe and secure storage for your bullion. Maybe consider spreading it around where you do have it, nearby. Maybe have it outside of your home, but somewhere nearby that you can get to easily. Just try to get as creative as you can with it. And finally, he has personal solutions. And one of his main ones is debt reduction. Now, in previous episodes, you may have heard me say that I currently have gotten rid of all of my debt. And one of the reasons why I was so adamant about that, especially in 2018, I got rid of my auto debt. In 2019, I got rid of my student loan debt. And I was adamant about doing this because I knew that we were long overdue for a correction in the market. I just had no idea that this was gonna be the way in which it would get kicked off, even though the dominoes were already falling prior to this crisis. As you guys know, the yield curve inverted. Um, if you take a look at, there's just so much that was happening, especially in 2019, that just opened my eyes, that made me realize, okay, I need to get rid of this debt right now, because I don't want to have to continue to pay for this if, for example, my job is on the line and I don't have the ability to pay for it. At the time, I also didn't really have a set aside cash for 6 months of my living expenses. So I knew as soon as I paid off my debt, my next goal was to start building that up, and then also at the same time, getting gold and silver. So that's what I did. And obviously this is what Jeff Clark is suggesting, and he's also just suggesting to have some physical cash handy, and also just generally having cash in general, whether it could be in your account, whatever you feel like, but also make sure you have some physical as well. This quote that he has here highlighted in bold is pretty interesting. I like it. We spend in fiat, we save in gold and silver. And that's essentially what I plan on doing. After having already built up my six months of expenses, my next goal is to, I want to make sure that I continue to build up cash for my eventual purchase of real estate. And then I also want to save in gold and silver. So that's just kind of like the cherry on top. But these are three solutions that Jeff Clark gives, in addition to how he stacks his gold and silver as well. How do you guys stack your gold and silver? Do you guys do it physically? Do you guys have ETFs? Now, obviously, I don't want you guys to actually tell me how you, store your, or where you store your stuff. So don't say any of that, but just tell me, do you mix between physical gold and, ETFs? Let me know. Also, let me know how you allocate cash as well in the comment section below. All right. Thanks again for watching another episode of the Black Bullion Show. Please give it a like. Please subscribe if you are new. Thanks again.